afternoon, YouTube. My name's Ray. I'm smoking in the woodshed. Welcome. So, uh, today I'm smoking some pirate cake with a K. I believe it's a C&D product, if I'm not mistaken. It's um, it's pretty good. You know, it ain't my go-to. It's just something that, again, like I mentioned in past couple past videos, I'm kind of smoking up what I got and sticking with my favorite blends that I like the most and what have you. So, pretty windy out here. So I'm testing a new Mr. Microphone too. I got one from Amazon, which was nice and all, but kind of like this one a little bit better. I don't know. I just kind of dig it. Uh, and as you can see by the camera vibrating, it's pretty windy out. So I'm hoping that the Dolby noise reduction will stamp that out and make the video more audio pleasing to the old earbuds. So that being said, a couple more days, it's going to be my wife and I's anniversary, and we've been together 11 years, married, been together longer than that. But nonetheless, it's been a hell of a good ride. So, and I look forward to many, many more years, at least until, I croak. And then, yeah, there's that. A lot of family in this week. Um, I mentioned my daughter. My daughter's here with her two youngins, and then my son and his family live up here now permanently, which is great. It's been a godsend, quite frankly. So uh, we we love seeing the little ones. They're pistols. I swear, they really and truly are. Anyways, mainly the reason why I'm doing this is to see if the sound quality's anything different, better, worse, whatever the case might be with the mini microphone. It's hmm, it's been an interesting week. And I guess the best way I can put it is interesting is that we live in a I feel like we live in a Jenga maze as far as doing business and, you know, Jenga, something like that. Especially with the medical field, everything's so compartmentalized. You know, it's my wife and I went and saw our hormone therapist Thursday of last week, and he said, you know, decide which of the three you want, and give me a call, and I'll get the prescriptions filled. Okay. So we chose item 2 out of item 1 through 3. That was a shoe buddy moment. A shoe buddy. It took us until yesterday to get everything. It wasn't from the pharmacy, mind you. Quite frankly, the pharmacy that we wound up going to has been phenomenal. They went above and beyond the call of duty. What I'm talking about is communication with your doctor. I guess the best way to put it. Remember, you could call your doctor and I don't know. Some of you young folks don't remember, but us old timers do. You call your doctor on the phone and you would say, you know, hey, can I speak to Dr. John? And Dr. John would either get on the phone with you after you were put on a brief hold or call you back. And he'd typically call you back within an hour. Now you have to do a web portal. And then on the web portal, request to talk to the doctor. And then your expectations that the doctor's going to get back to you, right? And then that doesn't happen. So then you call the doctor and, you know, hey, can I talk to Dr. John? And, well, Dr. John's with some patients right now. So Dr. John or Dr. John's medical assistant will call you back within 24 hours. And then that doesn't happen. Then you call, you're put on hold, they hang up on you. And then it sends you a text message saying, hey, sorry we missed your call. If you'd like to talk to us, please call back and someone will get to you. One of our professional staff members will talk to you. Well, me being the kind of guy I am, after a while, you know, you just, I call it getting shit full. Okay, I got shit full. The office is a mile and a half away, so I drove up there on Wednesday. Go to the front counter. And there's a friendly young face. sitting at the counter tapping away on the computer. Comes the door, hi, sir, how can I help you? And I'm like, hi, I'd like to talk to Dr. John. I'm sorry, but Dr. John is back with some patients. Can I help you with something? So I explained the circumstances that we've been waiting for, 5 days to get my wife's hormone therapy, which my wife needs. It's a need. It's not a want. She's not wanting to get cosmetic surgery, a facelift. She wants to level her frickin' hormones out so she can live a semi-normal life. Well, I'll send them a message. I go, well, I'm standing right here. Can you maybe shine your little butt up off of your chair? Walk back there, which is like 10 feet away. 10 feet. And deliver the message in person. Well, I'm sorry, sir, I can't leave my station. Your station? You're in the military now? You can't leave your station. There's 3 other people behind you. They can't watch that phone to make sure when that phone goes ring, ring, you go, hello? This is Dr. John's. Sorry, sir. So me being at this point, my Scotch blood's up. So I proceed to say, I'm not leaving until you go back there with your smiley little face and go tell Dr. John, I'm here. I've already paid for the medical visit. We have gotten the labs back, which were paid for. And that this money spent, now we need to get the prescription that we requested 4 days ago, 5 days ago, whatever. Days ago. I'm sorry, sir, you can't stand at the window. So I start getting angry, but eventually I start thinking to myself, well, it seems to be this is the way of the world. And I guess I've been an asshole long enough. So I told him I'll be back in an hour. I did the old Terminator. I'll be back. So in 1 hour. So I'll leave. 30 minutes goes by. I told my wife. My wife said, let it go, honey. Just let it go. Just let it go. I was like, nope. Now my hormones are flaring, so I ain't going to let this go. But before I was starting to prepare myself mentally to go, do whatever I was going to do, which would have been a whole bunch of hot air and steam and, showing my ass, I guess. Phone rings. And lo and behold, it's Mr. Happy on the other line. Not Dr. John, mind you. Ooh. Not Dr. John. But the little young man that I spoke to at the window. Hi. I went back there and I talked to Dr. John and we called in your wife's prescription and oh gee whiz and willikers, everything should be just fine and honky-dory now. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time and trouble. Have a nice day. Now all of a sudden I get a text. Your prescription's been sent and just put in the date of birth and see what all's coming. Oh boy, it's like Christmas, right? So Dr. John and his infinite wisdom sent in the wrong prescription altogether. Who would have thunk it? I get a call from the pharmacist, because actually the pharmacist is, they, like I said, they're like, they are the way pharmacies were when I was younger. They kept in contact. There was communication. Anyways, make a long story short. Screw job, screw job, screw job, screw job. Finally got the medication yesterday after 15, and I had to actually wind up, insurance would have covered it, but being he sent in the wrong, the this, or that, yeah, it was a nightmare. I wound up paying for it. So there's that. I guess my point is, I'm trying to make is that we're turning into a world of people that have lack of interests. Okay, when I say lack of interests, only when pressed upon, will they do things. The expectation of customer service is gone. Okay, actually, I take that back. The expectation of customer service for people like me is still there. The deliverance is gone. I hear, well, hey, Dad, it's the way of the world. This is what we got to deal with. This is what we got. No, it's not. No, it's really not. But then you turn around and you hear about, well, if your Google score is below 4.7, it's, or smile harder, and soft language and I guess the best way I can put it is when you're watching someone that you love and they're suffering, okay? And you watch them suffering day and night and night and day. And you have to wait 30 days for a doctor's appointment. Then you have to wait a week to get the or you have to wait 2 weeks to get the blood work. And then you have to wait for this and you have to wait for that. And that person's going through the suffrage. And then you turn around, you walk in these office, excuse me, these doctors' offices, and you're seeing people that got their heads down. They're just filling out paperwork, and it's like one cattle call after another cattle call after another cattle call. Is money that damn important? And I hate when I hear, and I'm gonna call them when I see them, the secretaries. Sit there and say, well, I'm sorry, but he's triple booked and quadruple booked. Bullshit. I was in the auto service industry. I guarantee if a customer wasn't attended to within 2 minutes of them showing up for their appointed schedule, they exploded. Yeah. We come in 15 minutes early for our doctor's appointment and we sit there for an hour. Should we pay them half of what the appointment value is? Oh, no, we don't. You know why we don't? Because we have insurance that takes care of all that. And it's inflated rates, inflated this, inflated that. And yeah, we did used to have a good healthcare system. We have a piss poor healthcare system. Horrific. And I want to hear, well, it's the best in the world and this and that. Horseshit. Horseshit. Sorry. I'm going to say it out loud. If this is the best in the world, I'd hate to see what the worst in the world looks like. I really would. We're treated like cattle. We're run through the ringer. Service is lousy. People have no empathy. That's not what you call the best medicine in the world anymore. And I don't give a crap about technology. I'm talking about the human condition. It's that simple. And I'll hear, I may hear somebody say, well, I'm in the medical profession, and it's the politics and this and that. That's all I got to say. Anyways, hope you all have a good weekend. Thank you. I'm sorry that I chewed on your ear about the medical situation in our country today, but I figured someone had to say something. So y'all take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.